This deck got me Infinite a few months back, and Tarantula has just made it even better. It's a proper cube stealer now. Let me show you the upgrade. Tarantula is a 2/2 that reads end of turn if you have the highest power among cards in play. Give this and 2 cards in your hand plus 1 power. So Tarantula, this card is actually really fun. It's a bit interesting to play right now because people are playing decks that would fit Tarantula, and by definition, meaning it's harder for you to have the highest power card in play if people are fighting for that. However, even with that in play, I was shooting up the ranks. It got me just before Infinite. I think if I had more time to play, I probably would have made Infinite tonight. This deck was very, very nice, and I do think this card is very good. The deck existed before I made a video on it about getting to Infinite, and I do genuinely think that if you're looking for a deck to get to Infinite, this could be the one. I call this deck Goliath Bird Eater, mainly for Tarantula plus Supergiant, but hopefully there's some Spider fans out there who understand that. Anyway, to the deck. I can kind of explain it. I more or less went through this back in that video back then, but I've made a decent amount of changes. I have added Wilson Fisk, I've added Spider-Man Brand New Day, and Tarantula. Before, Spider-Man used to be Nightcrawler. Now, whilst Nightcrawler has better base power, the thing I love about Spider-Man Brand New Day with Tarantula is, because Spider-Man buffs cards that aren't revealed yet, you can play Tarantula turn 2 and move Spider-Man to its location, making it a 2/3 by default. And most of the time your opponent's going to play a 3 power card, but then Tarantula will proc because you're drawing highest power, and then it will become a 2/4, which is just perfect because then it just starts scaling from there. We have Tarantula, obviously, great card in this deck. It doesn't really have much of a reason to buff things in your hand other than the fact that you just want to have high power things for Supergiant. That's sort of the role Viv always played in these decks, and Tarantula just helps it along. I am Patriot, perfect. You kind of just want to be winning the locations really, and it just keeps your draw engine going. Having something cheap but large to play is perfect for having the highest power card in play as well. Say you pull, like, I don't know, I think I pulled a Thanos, opponent pulled a Dormammu one time, and if you play those, the opponent just isn't taking over that power, so your Tarantula's just going to keep rocking every turn, which is perfect. Now, we do have a decent amount of tech in this deck. We have Scarlet Witch to change limbo locations, which catches so many people off guard, it's crazy. We have Cosmo, which you could change for Shadow King. There's a lot of buff decks out there at the moment. I could see Shadow King being in here, especially because it can come down after Supergiant, and if you play it on a location where you've not worried too much about cards getting buffed, Shadow King could probably do good stuff there. Which then brings me to Negasonic. If you've played any of these kind of decks, you know she's just perfect in them. You can see where your opponent's playing ahead of time with something like Supergiant. Same with Cosmo, really. Kind of deciding whether you want Shadow King or Cosmo is up to you for those situations. We have the rock package with Debrii, Rhino, Ozzy. They're just kind of nice because they're high static cards that give out tokens that you can use Ozzy to buff still, so not need to worry too much about them. I guess that's about it really. You have Wilson Fisk that will always get discounted when you have the highest power thing. Tarantula helps out there as well. You're just kind of wanting the highest power things most of the time. I realized that if you do Spider-Man Tarantula, you buff Tarantula, and if Tarantula's winning, if you're able to play Wilson Fisk next turn, you should probably snap. Because you can play Wilson Fisk and move Spider-Man onto Fisk's location, and then you have a 10 power card. It's very unlikely that most opponents are going to be able to beat a 10 power card, allowing Tarantula's power spikes to just keep going and going, and at that point you pretty much won. So I'll give my proper card review after the gameplay, and yeah, we're well on the road to 2,000 subscribers, and you guys are joining me along for the ride. It's been a huge one. Soon I think I'll have a little bit of an update. It shouldn't be anything huge. I don't really have any big news to say. It's more just like a nice little channel update to kind of get things on track. I don't think I've done one since I started back doing YouTube. But again, I'm getting too lost into the channel update stuff. Anyway, to the gameplay. Ah, very nice. We got Tarantula.
Hi, I'm Spider-Man.
Tarantula's an awkward one because it's like snapping on this is good, right? But also if the opponent plays a 2-drop that's bigger than this on this location, your gameplay goes to shit. But let's see. Let's test my own theory, because I've been snapping after playing Tarantula and people have just been leaving if they've been behind, so I guess I just have to take the gamble. Nice. It's perfect that draws also help, honestly. And Monster Island has now made that even easier, especially if I move Spider-Man Brand New Day there. Let's try and stay ahead on the power curve. Yeah, because this feels perfect right now. Mr. Fantastic is making things slightly awkward for me. We've got Rhino here and... Move a Scarlet Witch. I move this here with hopes that it hits monster, but either way it doesn't really matter. Nice. This Fisk is getting huge. And then I am Patriot. Honestly, can just go wherever.
I am Iron Man.
Iron Man. The odds of them beating the middle location power aren't too high. Unless they have like Living Tribunal or something. Oh, they're going first. I cannot believe it was that close to a deck running things like Owatu and Super Scroll, but it was. It pains me to say. Okay, I think soon I might be able to raise my blinds slightly. We'll see. Ooh, Nightcrawler. Okay, by default that means Tarantula isn't winning. Look like I am Patriot. Let's put it here anyway. It's not location based. Ah, perfect. See if we put Viv here, Tarantula should get the buff off.
I'm Spider-Man.
Well, that is if they don't play a 4-drop or higher. Yeah, we're good. Giving me the card back. Then we can just play Negasonic here to delete whatever they're going to play, or I could Supergiant. Probably Supergiant. Yeah, this was likely for them to stop Viv. I'm sorry, what? Oh, it's a discounted card. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. In that case, Ozzy isn't going to do anything. Also, I have to Negasonic on the last turn, so maybe these two are safe for the last turn. Meaning Ozzy gets played now. This is 9. It's not great, but I think it wins us the game. Yeah, it does. Oh, it doesn't because it's Professor X. Or it does because we have Ozzy. Would you look at that?
Victory.
Okay, a bit of an awkward start. That makes it even more awkward. Shadowlands. You know what, let's go for an interesting game. Put Debrii here. I'll get rid of the rock anyway. Magic, okay. We have Scarlet Witch. Do Supergiant. Could snap. But I think I'll wait one more turn just to see. Because I have Cosmo and Scarlet Witch, those are pretty crazy counters. They've got a swarm there. Weird decision.
Snap.
Wow, Shuttleland's Daredevil became a 2-11. That is insane. I drew all of the cards I needed for my deck. But I think Scarlet Witching is the thing that's going to catch them off guard the most. But also just Cosmo for extra security. What do we think this is?
Wakanda forever.
Black Panther is still the weakest card. I don't know what they're expecting. Ah, they're probably going to bring it back.
Victory.
I wish there was a middle ground for my lighting setup. It's like this time of year, the sun has angled itself to be perfectly in my face.
I'm Spider-Man.
Tarantula. Nice. I'm guessing it works like Fisk, yeah, where if you're drawing it, also gives it out. Perfect, and Viv as well. Then next time we can Scarlet Witch and I am Patriot. We just snap now with that in mind. Nice. Yeah, we definitely get rid of that. And then we I am Patriot. Could just put it here, you know. This is definitely the Aurora deck. Ah, okay. I was thinking because then I would move Hydra Bob as well, but we're in a pretty solid position. I hate seeing move locations with the amount of move decks that are out there at the moment. Nice. Zabu. Okay, we have Wilson Fisk. And I can actually prepare for a Karen Page play, technically.
Oh, snap.
We just hope they haven't drawn some 4-drop that's insanely good here. Very nice. Supergiant. I probably should have Stardusted, but that's okay. They're going to go first. Let's stop this because that's likely to happen. Probably, I could actually Karen Page then Cosmo. I have a 2-drop in play. I can get a 1-drop in play with Rhino. Oh, not if I play Stardust though. That's okay. Although Cosmo is not going to make a difference unless I play it next turn. Let's do this. 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 Maybe something like that. So then last turn these two get procced. Honestly, it's not perfect. That's a nasty one for them to hit though. Good targets. Perfect.
Victory.
The double Iron Patriot discount is insane. And we got some Karen Page gameplay. Sinister London. Honestly, don't think that helps us a lot of the time with this deck, so I'm happy just turning it off. Elysium, on the other hand. Debrii, Rhino, Spider-Man.
Hi, I'm Spider-Man.
Then Essex Lab going off is fine.
Oh, snap.
I'm snapping purely for Tarantula. Although, playing Ozzy means if these rocks have a buff, their power will just get sent to one of the other cards if they get destroyed. But I think Tarantula might just be better. I was hoping it hit Debrii. That seems like it wouldn't have even mattered, so.
Opponent snapped.
They're snapping before they've even seen what I was going to play.
Doom rules all.
Jubilee and Fisk. Can play Jubilee here, but what do I want Jubilee to pull? Maybe Negasonic? Sure. They've played both cards here, huh?
Are ye worthy? Doom rules all.
Interesting play there from the bot. If they just moved their vision, they would have been fine. Not had a lot of Tarantula gameplay. That would be the wrong time to get it, obviously. Feels like they might be a Tarantula gamer. Not exactly what you want to see, but I think I can sacrifice this. That's a bit of a shame I didn't play here before they played that. Okay, it's just Ozymandias. Next turn Tarantula works. Interesting that they're not stopping my Viv. Okay, Fisk, Tarantula. We have 2 rocks to play. Don't think I really care about what I draw from the deck because I can Negasonic with the 2 rocks. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. What do they get? Mother Ascani. Because that's not a target they were necessarily planning for, it might be okay. Okay, we snap. Is this location the one they're more likely to play a heavy hitter on? Maybe. Let me just play the rocks here, because the mortar is more likely to move away. Nice.
Victory.
Actually won with drawing rocks from the deck for once. This is a pretty good card to get. You can play Fisk on Adam Warlock's location. Galacti, I thought so. Excuse me. We have Cosmo as well. Do I worry about them? Maybe. We'll see.
I'm Spider-Man.
I don't know why you are spamming the miss minutes emote. Okay. Let's perhaps get rid of this. I think that's fine. Do I snap? I feel like if I snap, I upset them. Okay, and then we just... maybe Ozymandias? Yeah. We Cosmo Negasonic next turn. I already now know one location they're not playing in. Is that overkill? Perhaps. That's the thing, neither of these two are, whatever you called it. He will transform all of these, so maybe it's just best that I do that. Efficient. I can't help but I think they're upset. Oh nice, we have the Tarantula combo again with Spider-Man.
Hi, I'm Spider-Man.
Although it doesn't matter, according to Marta here. Might not be too bad. Can still get Debris down. Move Spider-Man here, and this is exactly why I wanted to run Spider-Man. Because now if the opponent plays a Debris to try and stay in the lead, they'll fall behind. Don't know if it was worth snapping, but we'll see. played Fisk. That was the only way that they were going to win that. That's a pain. I'm technically ahead though. So whatever I play here, they could end up destroying. So I'll leave it here, middle of the road. Then we just do Ozymandias. Yeah, that was to be expected. Nice. Just about pulled it off. That Fisk. Oh, that was the painful part. Oh, we could do Tarantula turn 1. You know, this almost feels like a snap again.
Oh, snap.
Does everyone just retreat after you snap with a positive Tarantula? They didn't retreat, wow. Well, I know when to hold them, and I know when to fold them. They sure read. Can I get Negasonic? Not quite. But if I Supergiant, it might mess them up just enough.
Victory.
Yeah. Sorry about that one. Okay, Wakandan Embassy is an interesting one. Yeah, that was to be expected. Viv and Spider-Man should get us Starbrand Crater. It's Phantom X, right? Yeah. Okay, we kind of need to Supergiant. Because my alternative was Negasonicing the Phantom X area. Because they're going to want to play whatever that card's called. Genuinely cannot remember what it's called. But I think you know what I mean. I couldn't get my words out. Okay. 3/8 Cosmo, by the way. I'd definitely get rid of that, because I don't know what the heck that's going to be. That's just going to be Negasonic, so maybe I do this. Honestly, not feeling super confident. I should have perhaps left Spider-Man in the middle. Wait, this goes off before the other two do. So I do technically just have to get rid of it. And then this afflicts the highest power enemy card, which is likely to be Ozymandias. Okay, that's gonna hit Spider-Man. That's actually kind of a better target. Perfect. Really awkward game there, but worked out in the end. So Tarantula, what do I think? With Tarantula, I think it's very, very good, actually. The best thing about it is, before I compared it to Punisher War Machine, the issue with Punisher War Machine is your opponent can see you have it, and it's location based. They can push all their power into one location. With Tarantula, you don't even have to be winning the location Tarantula's on. You just have to have the highest power card. Now, that comes down to deck building. Sometimes the opponent is not going to be able to have the highest power card. I also think it's a bit of a meta crusher. Like, if you come across a meta at one point that is just really, really low power or across the board, kind of like scales up over time, something like Zoo, for example, Tarantula is just going to crush it, and that is crazy. I think that point alone should make this card a card you'd want to pick up. You can fit into a lot of different decks. You could probably put it in TOV quite easily. You could very easily go into the Daredevil Shadowland decks, I think. Go into Sauron kind of lists. There's a lot of things you could do with this card, and for that reason I think I'm going to stick to the 4.5 I think it was that I gave it. I'm very excited for next week's card though with Boomerang. That was my 5-star. I'm interested to see how it goes. I do imagine we'll see a lot of bounce on launch day though, which is another thing I should say about Tarantula. This card will only get better the longer it's been out, because people right now are playing things like Martyr and all of this because they want to get the Tarantula buffs out early. I don't think Martyr's the best play for Tarantula. It's probably a good play whilst you're up against other Tarantulas, but a 1-5 early is only good if you're trying to beat the race for Tarantula. But a lot of the time, just playing Tarantula and like Spider-Man into it, getting a 3 power, it's not very often that the opponent's going to have more than a 3 power card on turn 2. So something worth considering. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. It is amazing to have you all here. So thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll speak to you all next time.